It's time once again for another one of those hidden object style games, and this time around we have Dark Arcana The Carnival now available. But does this carnival hide plenty of hidden fun, or is it worse than getting trapped in a hall of mirrors? Dark Arcana The Carnival is a find the hidden object point-and-click adventure style of game. The game's story revolves around a detective who's exploring a carnival trying to find a missing person. The carnival has been shut down due to the disappearance, and it's up to you to try to figure out what exactly is going on. Soon you find out that there's multiple dimensions at play here, that you're able to travel to a parallel version of the carnival through mirrors. This ends up leading itself to have scenes that are kind of repeated in some ways, with a more corrupt version of them being displayed in the mirror version. But it still lends itself to a creepy atmosphere that I overall enjoyed. If you're familiar with hidden object style games, you'll feel right at home here. It's mostly inventory styles of puzzles where you search different areas, find objects, and then have to use them on certain things in order to progress, such as hedge clippers to cut down vines, or a light bulb in order to see, or a car battery in order to get, well, a car going. There's also the hidden object scenes where you have a big picture filled with objects in the list below that you have to find all the objects in that particular picture in order to progress. You'll be rewarded with a certain item that you'll then use in order to help you through whatever area you're trying to get through. And there's also a few other styles of puzzles thrown into the mix to keep things fresh. The other styles of puzzles, for the most part, are very similar to other games like this, where you'll have like a picture that you have to kind of put back together, putting pieces of a broken mirror back together, or having to rewire different things so that lines end up connecting to the right colors, so on and so forth. There's nothing overly complicated here throughout, and there is, of course, the hint system still involved in the game if you can't quite figure out what you need to do next. As an alternative to the hidden object puzzles, you can also do the Monaco matching puzzles. Here you have a series of carnival images that you have to pair up, with certain ones being special cards, and if you're able to match those up, it basically takes away items from the list at the bottom of the hidden object puzzle. But you can decide to do these instead of the hidden objects, or mix and match whichever ones you would like to do. There's also a comboing system that you're able to match certain pairs up in order to clear either full columns, rows, or even get rid of all the objects on the map at that current time, allowing you to kind of get through things a little bit quicker. Whichever style you want to do, though, is perfectly fine throughout the game. Graphically, the game isn't spectacular by any means, and the cutscenes are a little bit awkward when you're watching some of the mouth movements of the characters while they're talking to you, but overall I did like the aesthetic. The whole carnival theme is something that I enjoy in horror and other media, so I enjoyed it here as well. The music also, though, didn't knock my socks off by any means. There's a couple of like remixes of some carnival-esque music throughout, but it ended up kind of grinding after a little while, but it wasn't overall the worst soundtrack I've heard either. The game does feature two different difficulties, the normal and the expert mode, with the expert one not giving you quite as many hints, no tutorial, as well as you have to wait longer in order to use things like hints or skip options for the puzzles, as well as there's also a bonus chapter that you unlock once you complete the main story for the first time. From the technical side of things, though, the game ran fine. I didn't run any major glitching, crashing, or slowdown of any sort. Dark Arcana The Carnival is available now on the PlayStation 4 for $9.99, and it's also available on Xbox One, Steam, and mobile devices. If you're on the PS4, it does feature a full trophy list, including a platinum, and once again, like many of the other hidden object games, is a very easy platinum to get, though it will require 2 playthroughs of the main game, as you have to do both the hidden object and the matching style of puzzles. Overall, if you're a fan of these styles of games, you're probably going to enjoy this one. I did think it was a little bit shorter than some of the other ones on PS4, but maybe that's just because I ended up solving the puzzles a little bit quicker. It still took me roughly around 2 hours for the main story. However, if you're not a fan of this genre, this one isn't going to win you over, but with everything said, I'm going to be giving Dark Arcana The Carnival a 6 out of 10. But anyway, guys, it's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.